What a great night. What a great night of basketball for Lakers fans, where the Lakers win 120-91 against the Memphis Grizzlies. And yes, boys and girls, this is a very different Memphis Grizzlies squad. Remember, Conley is gone, arguably one of their most memorable franchise player in history, gone. And now you got a bunch of youngsters. Grayson Allen, John Morant, Clark, Valanciunas is there. So lots of interesting pieces moving forward for the Grizzlies. And really, it looked as though Memphis dominated a bit early. 15-2 run. And Lakers looking like, we're just going to lull into this first quarter. I really don't care right now. And, in the first opening minutes, that's fine. That's kind of fine. Because the Lakers kind of answer back with an 11-2 run. But you realize that Anthony Davis is carrying a bit of a shoulder injury on his right side here. And the terrifying thought is, oh God, he's got to go back into the locker room, ice this shit out. And simultaneously, while that's happening, LBJ isn't fully playing up to his potential in that first half. And when you're going 0 for 3, right? I mean, in this fucking run from the first quarter to the second quarter, you go 0 for 3 on the three-pointer. Oh, boy. It just looked as though every shot was just bouncing off the rim or just not having any ease for any kind of momentum shift for the game. Because for most of this game, especially in that first half, Memphis led it. Memphis looked like they were going to probably get a slick one here. Maybe a couple of points of differential by the end of the game. But you also have to remember that Anthony Davis does come back and starts putting on a show. I mean, he posts a double-double before the first half ends. I mean, it's incredible what this guy can do. And both teams with a lot of bad turnovers, just sloppy field goals. It just did not look like the most crisp period of basketball, shall we say. Although Grayson Allen had a lot of good moments in this game from the opposition side, I thought, oh, wow, this kid looks pretty decent. I know he had a short stint over there in Utah, but hey, in Memphis, maybe him and these young cats and John Morant and Clark can build something up and build something exciting. I can definitely see that happening in a couple of years. But again, to a lot of people's surprise, the first half ends on a buzzer beater by Anthony Davis, and the Lakers lead 49-47. And you have to think, okay, cool, a little too close to anybody's liking, but there it is. We're just gonna hopefully get this thing started and going at it. And here's the thing: the second half is really where LeBron James kind of switched on and said, "All right, enough of this kind of prancing around nonsense. Let's get the action done." And it feels like the entirety of the Lakers squad kind of woke up in that second half thinking, okay, we took it easy in that first half, got sloppy in those chances, and you know what? Let's go back to some solid defense from all the guys. I mean, and granted, in the first half there were some good defensive plays that were happening, but again, I think in the third quarter, this is where the Lakers really switched themselves on, and you have to also see that Memphis, despite how good they looked, they had a bit of a downer in the moment of the third quarter where it looked like Jay Crowder had a bit of an injury. So Memphis kind of lost that firepower moving forward. And with Anthony Davis getting to the free throw line as frequently as possible was just getting MVP chance because this guy was not missing. He was not missing these free throws. And this is the really crazy part about this game, especially in this third quarter. You have had to watch this third quarter unfold live to witness how great it was. The Lakers go on a 29-3 run. a 29-3 run. Because Anthony Davis, and I had to scratch this at least once because the stat line kept changing because AD goes back on the free throw line. Anthony Davis, by the end of the third quarter, had 40 points, 20 rebounds, and 26 free throws made on 27 attempts. 26-27. That is a franchise record that he just broke completely. And the guy who held the record, Dwight Howard, 25 free throws made on 39 attempts a couple years back. Crazy, right? Crazy how time flies. But that's how you end the third quarter. Just dominating Memphis in that regard. Not just a free throw, but just getting those, second chances, getting those, rebounds and dirty work on the defense, and getting those baskets to just drive it in, cram it down their throats. And there were so many air balls and turnovers by Memphis by the fourth quarter. They were already in their own heads. At this point in the fourth quarter, when you start like 2 minutes within that fourth quarter, you just think, okay, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way the Lakers are losing this game. It's genuinely visible that you are going into garbage time mode by the 6-minute mark. I mean, by the time there's only 6 minutes left in this game, you're putting in guys like Caruso, KCP, Dudley, Daniels, and Dwight, who honestly, fantastic on him. Interchangeable with JaVale McGee, two fantastic centers for the game, doing everything well relative to my eyes. And again, this is crazy because I've been an adamant critic of Dwight Howard, but he has proven consistently over these 4 games that he has come here to change and just get another opportunity to keep going at it. And it's really cool to see guys like Alex Caruso and KCP go off in the latter stages of this game. Of course, KCP didn't really start off too hot. Kind of been the problem with this guy. Just irritating when he's off, but decent enough when he's on. And I've had conversations with people about KCP, and I'm not a huge fan. But right now, I mean, we need the players that we need to get through this season and hopefully get to the playoffs. Because that's the key. That's the key right now, right? And honestly, the key to this game for the Lakers keeping the points down from 100 from the opposition was this tenacious defense. Anthony Davis, who got MVP chance from the Staples Center, because why the hell not? And it's the energy and spirit of Taco Tuesday that got us through. Yes, boys and girls. Even LBJ gets excited about that shit. And I'm going to just talk about something real quick that I got, stuck in my head about this issue. And it's simply athletes that try to copyright or trademark their phrase, a meme, I think they're assholes, whether it's Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James. The moment you try to capitalize off of a meme, the moment you try to finance off of a meme that you're a part of, I believe that's when you take yourself too seriously. I mean, if you take yourself too seriously, you're an asshole and you can't take a fucking joke, you pansy ass. That's just my thought. That's just my opinion. If you don't agree, I don't really give a fuck. Okay? I don't really give a fuck. But that shit irritates me. I'm going to trademark Taco Tuesday. All right, jackass. But hey, the crowd loved it. Taco Tuesday, the general idea of it, right? Because it's Taco Tuesday. It's a staple in American culture. Shout out to Taco Tuesday. And the Lakers, with this win, start the season off 3-1. Holy shit. It's a miracle, everybody. We have 3 wins and 1 loss. I am excited. Very excited. And I know for Memphis, it's not that exciting of a game with the result like this. But I will tell you, the 3 players that I thought that stood out to me. Valanciunas, Grayson Allen, and John Moran. Valanciunas with 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists on shooting at 500. not too bad. I mean, he was probably the staple in the consistency that was Memphis's game, at least in that first half, and parts of that third quarter where it was decent enough, but then the Lakers just went on a tear. It's the same thing that could be said for these two guys, Grayson Allen and John Morant. Grayson Allen, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 462 shooting from the field. Not too bad for this young guy, along with John Morant. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. Again, 2 young guys who I think in the near future can get things going. And it is a great effort by this team, a very youthful team that is going to be very inexperienced and probably get their asses kicked a lot. And it will happen. It's kind of the reality of how this team will work towards, I don't know, throughout the entirety of the season. And it's really in the third quarter where the Memphis Grizzlies just died. They just completely died and prolapsed. And you feel for them, but simultaneously you think, well, the Lakers are going to grab this win. If you're a Lakers fan, why the fuck? You're not going to fucking say no, right? You're going to celebrate. And celebrate I do. And I did. What the fuck? Yes. Because Anthony Davis, boys and girls. Anthony Davis. 40 points, 20 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. On 4-12 shooting, while shooting a free throw of 26 and 27, right? What more can we say about this guy? This guy now overtakes Boogie Cousins. Now he's got 5, 40, and 20 games. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Can't believe we got this guy in our house. Playing at the Staples Center, just lighting it up. Oh, he's beautiful. He didn't play any minute in the fourth quarter, and that's fine by me. I mean, he's doing this with a irritated right shoulder. Elite. This is some elite shit that we are seeing from Anthony Davis, and we're lucky. We truly are. I mean, simultaneously, we could say the same thing about LBJ's game. 23 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 block on a 533 shooting percentage. 5 out of 7 on free throw, so not a bad shooting night for LBJ. Not terrible at all. But in all honesty, he was a quiet non-factor in the first half where, again, of course, in the third quarter and beyond, it just kind of looked as though he was zoomed in, dialed in, ready to go, so, slapping faces and asses, getting the crucial points, getting things done to cushion the win so we don't have to, reach for, ridiculous fucking stretches in the fourth quarter, which, it didn't happen. It was just a cruise by in the fourth quarter, right? And honestly, I want to give the third shout out to JaVale McGee, who honestly I've been, praising JaVale's counterpart in Dwight Howard all these last few games, but JaVale's got to get a shout out here. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 714 shooting percentage, and it's not just a percentage on the field goal aspect that impressed me about his game. What really impressed me was just the tenacity on defense that he had, the right placement inside the key whenever a good defensive block by the Lakers led to a transition and for an easy dunk or layup right near the basket. I mean, who was there? JaVale. And it was an exciting thing to watch. Just very fly-by Lakers basketball. I mean, it genuinely felt like, okay, cool. This is a new version of a Lakers identity that we haven't seen in a long time. We saw the youth a couple years ago. That never panned out. But this is something interesting. And now, granted, I was frustrated about that first, half where field goal percentage was just an absolute disaster. But you come out in the second half, just pissed off, I would imagine, and disappointed that you didn't go off all too well. But here you are. Here you are in the second half, just dominating the Memphis Grizzlies, who, again, granted, they are young, but you got the job done, and you get a win. And you are going to be facing the Dallas Mavericks on Friday, which I am very excited for. I mean, Luka Doncic, Kristaps Porzingis, Boban the Giant, Max Kleber, JJ Barea. You got the Europeans, Euro trip. And the Lakers can definitely make a statement in this game. National media game. So if we grab a nice little win here, a dominant win by an arguably great duo in this Western Conference right now, I think it'll be huge. So hey, let's go Lakers. Let's get another fucking win on Friday. And hey, it's great to win. It's just great to win. So follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Fuck off.